You're watching Fox 45 Morning News. All local, all morning.
And limiting screen time. How much is too much when it comes to kids and technology? 8:23 is the time. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News. All local, all morning.
The kids have opened their gifts and are now busy playing with their latest gadgets, from tablets to gaming systems. They're logged on, sometimes for hours, but how much is too much? In this week's Family 411, we have Dr. Timothy Doran, a pediatrician with GBMC, here to let us know how much screen time is appropriate. Good morning, Dr. Doran. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Megan.
The term screen time is kind of a new thing that we're hearing, but you really can overload.
There is, and there are lots of screens, as you pointed out.
Right.
There are tablets, and there are PCs, and there are smartphones, and there are video games, lots of screens. We would like to limit a lot of those screen times, so it's important.
When you talk about, let's start with a tablet. What if they're playing an educational game on there, so to say? How much is too much? Can they stay on there for a couple of hours, or?
Well, first we need to talk about age. So under the age of 3, we really don't want the infants and toddlers really watching any screens. We just don't think it's good for their neurologic development. So that's number one. After 3, we really would like to limit it to an hour a day, 2 at max, but really an hour. And that's all screens now. We're not just talking about TV, but we're talking about all the screens they're looking at.
When you say neurologically, what could happen if they're overloading with those tech gadgets?
Well, we know there are studies on attention, and we know that children who watch lots and lots, especially the younger they are, it affects their attention spans. So we don't know enough about what happens at that age, and we really would like to limit those very young children.
And we're grouping all of those screens into one right now, talking about the tablets, the TVs, the computers, all of that is the same thing?
Well, it is pretty equivalent, yes, because it's passive, it's not active. We would much rather have children out being active. We know that rates of obesity have increased as the amount of screen time has increased. That's TV as well as everything else. So we want children to be active. We don't want them to be passive. And even the educational games on any of those media are passive events.
You said 1 hour once they're above the age of 3. Is that 1 hour for TV, 1 hour for tablet, or is that 1 hour total screen time?
That is 1 hour total screen time.
Wow, so it's pretty strict.
It is, because we find that children are more and more, these devices are so attractive to them and they're so enticing that they're watching more and more and more per day, and they're not doing the things developmentally we would like them to do, such as play. Right,
exactly. And what I was going to ask you too, is there a danger zone when you're really just at a level that is not safe or healthy?
Absolutely. The average American child will watch in front of screens, by the time they reach elementary school, will have watched more screen time than they will actually spend in elementary school, if you think about that. So yes, it needs monitoring, it needs work by parents. It's not easy, but it needs to be limited.
All right, Dr. Doran, thank you so much. We always appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Megan.
And if you'd like more information on screen time, log on to our website. Just go to foxbaltimore.com/morning. And if you have an idea for our next Family 411 segment, just send me an email.